Hello students, welcome to Social Studies class. My name is Abhishek Pratap Singh and today we are going to start one new lesson of our textbook, that is Saudi Arabia, the land of hot sand. Okay, so before starting this lesson, let's discuss few things about this lesson which are very common and you should know it before reading this lesson. So, as you can see the name, that Saudi Arabia, the land of hot sand and desert. So when we talk about the title, the land of hot sand, we can infer that it says that sand is all over there, like it has sand, and yes, the temperature of that sand and the climate of that place is also very hot. So we can say that we can see desert in that area, means in that country we can see desert. So as Saudi Arabia is a country of the land of hot sand. Okay. Now let's understand with more points which are written here. So the first one is the Arabian Peninsula. So in this, Saudi Arabia is in an Arabian Peninsula. Okay. It is a peninsula. It's the largest peninsula. Okay. And it is there in Arabian Peninsula. Now Saudi Arabia has 13 regions and sections, means it is divided into 13 regions and sections, okay, and one of its section or its region is its capital, that is Riyadh. After that, now we call it as a land of two holy mosques. Okay, now what is mosque? Mosques are the places where Muslims do their prayers. Okay, so it's a holy place for the Muslims, and two holy mosques are Al-Mecca and Al-Madina. These are the two holy mosques which are present there in Saudi Arabia. Okay, and we got to know that its capital is Riyadh, which is situated in the center of the Saudi Arabia. After that, let's read this one, that it's the 13th largest country now. Okay, by its area, it's 13th largest country. And when we talk about one of its feature which is quite popular, because of that feature Saudi Arabia is very popular in the whole world, that is world's largest oil producer and exporter. Means Saudi Arabia is world's largest oil producer and exporter, means they produce oil in a huge quantity and they export it too. And if we compare this thing with India, so they produce and they export almost 11 times more than India. Okay, so they are quite very big exporters of oil and petroleum. So this is what all about Saudi Arabia in short. We will read our textbook in detail, and before that we will just go through its geographical location, that where does it located and what is around it. Okay, so let's go on the map section. So students, after discussing its geographical location and the general facts about Saudi Arabia, let's start with the lesson part. Okay, so here's the heading: the land of hot sand, which is our Saudi Arabia, the country. Okay, now let's look ahead at what we will going to read in this lesson. Okay, so here are the topics which is given there. So in this lesson you will learn about the land and the climate of Saudi Arabia. We need to read about the land forms. Okay, what kind of climate is there, like what are the different seasons are there, like what kind of temperature and the different things are there. Okay, after that its vegetations and crop. We'll get to know about its vegetation, that which kind of vegetation people of Saudi Arabia are doing and which kind of crops are available there in Saudi Arabia. And after that we'll talk about its people, means which kind of people are living there, okay, which kind of communities are there, okay, how do they live there and what kind of strategies they are following to stay in that hot area or the place where the temperature is quite high. Okay. After that we will talk about its religious importance, that why Saudi Arabia is religiously important. Okay. So these are the few topics which we will talk in the next classes, and few topics we will discuss in today's class as well. So let's start with the lesson, and before starting we can see here that this is a orange box is given there and it's written it's a mind opener. So let's read. In the olden days, most of the people who lived in deserts were nomads. That is, they kept on moving from place to place. Why do you think this was so? Okay, so as we have already discussed in our last classes that nomads were the people. They would keep on moving from one place to another in the search of food and water, right? And because they had cattle also for them, for feeding their cattle as well. So nomads were the people who would keep wandering. So they would keep wandering for the reason of food and water. So do you think still people have nomads in the desert today? So this is a question which you people have to think that do you think we still have nomads in deserts today? Okay, so you have to think, you have to go through your lesson back again and you have to just answer this question that what is the answer you're getting. Alright, so let's start with the lesson. Here's the first line that Saudi Arabia is a large country situated in Arabian Peninsula. Okay, we have already discussed this. A peninsula is a piece of land dripping out into a sea. Okay, now it's a piece of a land. Okay, it's a piece of a land which is covered, or you can say it's all over with the water bodies. It is surrounded by the water on three sides. So from its three sides, it's surrounded with the water. The Arabian Peninsula is the largest peninsula in the world. It lies between the Red Sea on the west and the Persian Gulf on the east. Okay, so on the Arabian Peninsula, on its west, there is a Red Sea, and on its west there is a Persian Gulf, which is a part of the Mediterranean Sea. And the capital of Saudi Arabia is Riyadh. So students, now let's discuss about its landform. Most of Saudi Arabia is highly rocky plateau covered by a vast desert. So most of its part is a rocky part. It's a rocky plateaus and it's covered with a big deserts. The desert is covered with a small hills of sand called sand dunes. So we found as it's a desert place, so sand dunes are very obvious there. So small hills of sand, that is sand dunes. Strong winds and dust storms keep blowing and shifting these sand dunes from one place to another. And when strong wind blows in deserts, they keep shifting those sand dunes from one place to another place. Okay. Now there are no lakes, no rivers in this land, but at some places in the desert, underground water comes to the surface, forming fertile areas called oases. But there are only few exceptions are there in a desert where we can get underground water. And where we are getting the underground water, that place is getting fertile, and because of that, that place is formed as a oasis. Okay, where we have a underground water and a fertile land, where we can see a little plantation is there around it, around that water body, around that underground water. Let's talk about its climate. The Tropic of Cancer passes through the middle of Saudi Arabia. I hope that you must know about Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn. Okay. Now the climate of Saudi Arabia is hot and dry. Okay, as we have already know that it's hot and dry also because it's a kind of a desert area. The country gets very little rainfall and the humidity is very low. Okay, there is very little rainfall. The overall country receives very little rainfall, and the humidity means the presence of water in the atmosphere or in the air is very low. The sun shines brightly and hot throughout the year. Throughout the year, you can see the sunny days. You have read in the chapter on the climate that these are the conditions in which deserts form, and like this, these are the conditions in which deserts form. Nights are cool as sand in the desert cools down very quickly at night, and during the winters, nights are very cold. Okay, so as we know the behavior of sand of desert, that it heats up very quickly and it cools down very fast. That's why here the nights are cool, because the sand in the desert cools down very quickly. Similarly, during the winters the nights are very cold because it's winter, right? Now the vegetation and the agriculture part of Saudi Arabia. Very few plants can grow in the desert climate, okay? Because it's a desert area, so there is a lack of scarcity of water and there is no continuous flow of water. Because of that, we see only very few plants, and you know that sand is also not compatible. So cacti and some short shrubs which can withstand the hot and dry conditions can be seen. growing in the desert regions of Saudi Arabia. So we can only see cacti and some shrubs kind of things, okay, which can withstand with the hot and dry conditions. Now date palms and some crops such as wheat, barley are grown in the oasis. Now, as we know that oasis is the part where we see some fertile land and underground water, and there we can grow wheat and barley like these kind of crops or the date palms like this. So students, this is all for this class. We will to cover more about this lesson in our next videos and next classes. Till that time, please stay with us, watch our videos completely. Thank you so much. Stay safe.